An introduction to VCarve Pro by making a simple coaster. So in this tutorial we're going to start with the basics of using the software before we put out to a CNC router. So the first thing we're going to do is come up to create a new file. From create a new file we're going to do a simple little coaster. So our job type, single side, double side, this is going to be a single side, and our coaster is quite small, so the working material we're going to actually start with is only 4 inches by 4 inches. And the thickness of the material is going to be 1/4 inch, so 0.25 of an inch. You can see it's in inches, material surface, the 0 positions at the top, and basically that's all we have to do down the bottom. I mean, we can change the color to different stuff, but it doesn't matter right now, so we're going to click on OK. So this is our working area, so in theory this will be our piece of wood that we actually are using. Okay. To do a simple coaster, I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to draw a circle. And I'm just going to draw it over here for right now because it really doesn't matter. And you can see up in here there's center points, where it is, radius, diameter. So I'm going to have a diameter of 3. Okay, and we're going to click apply and then close. Okay, next one is we're going to do a box, and we're just going to drag it. Again, doesn't matter what size it is right now because we're going to come over here and the anchor point's the center. It's going to be a square and it's going to be 3 inches by 3 inches, and click apply and then close. Now it's very important to understand that I want this all centered on the piece of wood because we need to clamp it down or double side it, tape it. So what we're going to do is come over to here and we're going to align. So we're going to click on actually the box first, sure, we'll do that, and we're going to align it to center. You can see it just moved a tiny bit. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the circle, hold the shift key down and click on the box, and we're also going to make them both centered. Okay, there we go. Now you can see I kind of messed up on my circle here. I'm going to click on close. So I'm going to go back and modify that circle because it's a bit too big. So I can click on it, and over here there's move, and there's set selected object size. So I'm going to change the size. So instead of a width and height of 3, I'm going to go back to 2.5. So 2.5 here. You can see it automatically does it there. Click on apply. Now I got my right size. Okay, so there's my basic coaster. I'm just going to add a little, maybe a little chamfer on the end of it. So I'm going to grab a line, and I'm just going to zoom in here a bit so you can see this. I'm going to click anywhere on the line. You can see it snaps to it, and I'm going to go slow here. And see it says the line length, but it also says the angle. So I'm going to take that angle till it hits 45. You can see it snaps to 45, even snaps to 30. So it kind of has some built-in snap features. So there's my 45. Click it. Okay. And I just want to know the distance from here to here, so I can go grab the distance right here, okay, or measure tool, and click, and it shows me up here as 0.3357. That's kind of a weird number. I just want to make it 0.3, so I'm going to subtract or move it on the X this way, 0.0357. Okay, so we're going to click close, come up to move. Click on the object. Now, absolute or relative. So relative to the position we're at, I'm going to go on the negative 0.0357. Okay, and I'm going to click on apply. You can see it moved. Click close. Now if I go check it again, hopefully I did my math right, this should now be from here to here. You can see it's 0.3 of an inch. Right? So that's the start of this. Now I'm going to trim off. So there's an active trim. So what we do is you can see the scissors open up, and I click away that. I'm not going to click these away yet, but that's how you do trim. And then what I'm going to do is mirror now to make all 4 corners. So we find the mirror tool, which is right here, and the mirror is all set up. What I want to do is I want to actually select the object first, and I'm going to flip it. Okay, and I'm going to make a copy down here. So you can see I've checked off creating a copy, and I'm going to flip about the job center. This is where it was important. I centered my material already on this working piece, right? So now when I flip horizontal, you can see it flips across there, and when I flip vertical, that one goes there, and when I click this one, flip vertical, that goes there. Okay, so it's very important to have it centered when you go to flip about a job center and things like that. So I'll click close. Now I'll just go and use my trim and bang that one. You can see it just clicks off really easily. Okay, so just a few steps in the right order, and it works a lot better for you. So that kind of concludes the first part of my tutorial on making a simple coaster, and we'll continue on the next one.